grows into an unstoppable force, or we fall apart.
How's it going, Paige?
Yo, what up, though, Albert?
I'm doing good, man. Before we talk about a breed apart, I gotta tell you, will always remember you for your 911 Vine and the Rush Hour TV series. You were like one of the best things about that series.
Damn, man, it feels so good to hear someone bring up the Rush Hour TV series, man. I feel like it was prematurely exited. I feel
Yeah,
like we didn't get the support that we deserved and needed, and I thought that that should have went on for like a good 6 seasons. That
yeah.
was such a fun
I
character to
felt
play.
like every episode got better as it went on. So that's what really surprised me when it was canceled. I'm like, oh man, because it was getting better. Every episode was getting better and better. Like the
Yeah,
quality of it.
that was one of the funnest and easiest things for me to do because I only had to come there a couple times a week, and then all of the scenes that I was in, like, kind of was about me. Man, that was such a fun time.
So let's talk about A Breed Apart. I watched it a few days ago. I actually just posted my review yesterday. I loved it. It was such a fun meta horror comedy sequel, and you were funny as Big Farming Jay, hands down. You brought a lot of that comic relief that you brought, and you brought it here. It was so fun to watch you doing this role.
Thank you, man. Yeah, you know, uh, I like to come in and be the big personality that they need to, get some of the laughs and hopefully some of the heroic moments as well.
Yeah, one of the things I really loved was the reference to Fall, where you and Troy are up on the cell tower, and then the ladder breaks, and then you guys are stuck up there. And I love
Yeah,
that reference, the fact that Grace and Virginia were in that particular movie, and the fact that
yeah.
they brought that. That was one of the funniest scenes of the movie, in my opinion. Like that is so funny, and especially with you reacting to how you're gonna try to get out of there, the situation you brought. It was just so hilarious to watch.
Oh man, yeah, that actually the when we fell off of the tower when we landed, I think that probably was my favorite scene to shoot because Troy and I's dynamic, the juxtaposition of the two, I think just worked really well. And when it was so funny because he just talk about we just gotta yeet ourselves off this cliff. And I'm like, you out your damn mind. What you talk about, man? I'm not jumping off this damn cliff. And then and then
You did it. You had to
what
do it. Yeah, you had
happened?
to do it. And then also when you got stuck in the little hole and you're just sticking out there and you're like, oh God, they're looking right at you like, oh, here comes lunch. Like lunch just showed up and you're just trying to get out of there. That part,
Right,
like you brought so much comic relief to this role, and it's funny enough because your character is involved with animals. That's what I find ironic. Like here you are playing a farm animal guy, like an
right.
influencer, and here you are like against a pack of rabid German shepherds. This is
Yeah.
what it's so ironic that they had you play that of all things. And what was it like working with the other cast members on this one?
Man, the other cast members, I think we look, anytime you have an aggregation of different, like, hodgepodge of creators, um, you know, sometimes it could go awry and sometimes it can be eudaimonic. And I feel like we all, like, just, you know, attached to each other. And we still are close even to this day. We have a group chat and we talk and laugh. And, I think it really shows on screen that we were actually good friends.
Yeah, it shows. Yeah, I like that. And then what's I really liked because when it comes to ensembles, I have to always keep an eye on the chemistry because a lot of the A-list films, like they have these big ensemble casts, but it seems like the chemistry is not there. It seems forced. But you guys brought in like this more naturalized chemistry between all of you, even though Grace's character is like the most level-headed one out of all you guys, because everyone else got their own issues. But the fact that she was the kind of one who brings you all together when the attacks start happening and becomes the courageous fearless leader of sorts. So that's what I really like, that it felt natural
That's
between.
how we are in real life. Like, you have this scurvy group of characters, and then you have Grace, who is like the grounded, level head one out of everyone. So we kind of like took on that same trope like in real life. Grace is like Mother G. The
That's exactly.
irony that I'm older than all of them, but like I'm like basically like the same age as them.
Oh yeah, I know how that is. Well, trust me, I know. I'm the same way. I'm in my mid 40s, but I don't feel like I'm in my mid 40s. I feel like
Right.
I'm one of the guys, the younger girls. I totally resonate with how you feel in that
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
My next question is, Griffin, Nathan first, the writers and directors, did they give you guys like input on your characters and like to bring like whatever you want to the forefront?
Well, the unique thing about my character is my character wasn't written as this initially. Like it was written for like, like a white guy to play. I think his name was just Farmer John, and I came on board and we were able to collaborate and create this new character that nobody's ever seen before, a rapper slash farmer, you know. And I thought that it would just be interesting to create this new thing that we haven't seen before, and that's what he looked like.
That's awesome. And what I really liked was there was an open ending, and quite frankly, it involves you.
Yeah,
And so now I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this does well enough that hopefully you'll take the lead. If there's a third one, maybe you'll be the lead guy this time
yeah, yeah,
and bring in like a new crew shows up, and you're the one who's gonna have to, just like Hayden did as playing the star of the so-called sequel that they were supposed to do before the attack in the opening, and then she comes in to help out the survivors, help you guys out. I
yeah.
I hope I hope there's gonna be a third one where you're gonna be the one to do that, to do what Hayden did in this one.
Ooh, that would be dope, and the fact that, Big Farmer Jay is used to like dealing with the animals, you know what I'm saying? He probably turned into a dog whisperer over there, and he because we saw Troy was able to, manipulate the dogs where they became like his henchmen. Too bad he got the but you could tell that there is room for that type of scenario going on. So, I might be on that island running the whole dog show. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but same time, it could be you like somehow making possibly somehow hiding out and helping out this new crew. Well, we'll see how it goes. Let's hopefully this does well enough where you will take the lead in possibly a third movie should this happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would love that.
So what's next for you after this, that you could talk about? Any new projects in the works?
So, I got an album that drops on Friday, the same day as the movie comes out. I always try and have an album to come out at the same time as a project that I have coming out. And so it's my self-titled album. It's my sixth album called Page Kennedy. And this is probably one of my most eclectic sonic albums. A lot of times I have a lot of dope rapper features on there just so that you could see that, I measure up to them. But on this one, it's just me. And so that's why it's self-titled, it's just Page Kennedy, with no features, you know what I'm saying? And so you just get all of me and all of the different facets that I bring to the music.
That's awesome. Well, everyone, check out A Breed Apart. It is coming out this Friday. And even if you did not see The Breed, you don't really need to see it to understand what's going on in this movie. But you got to definitely see Paige in this movie because he is friggin' fantastic in this. He brings on the comic relief and then some. And Paige, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about it.
I appreciate you, Albert, man. I appreciate you, brother. Make sure you check out that music too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Well, you stay awesome as always, man.
All right, that's
All right.
what's up.
Take care.
Yeah.